Hi, my friends. I am so happy to be back with you on YouTube. This is Lauren from Mama's Learning Corner, and it has been a long time since I recorded a video to post on my YouTube channel, which I love. I just haven't been able to give it a lot of time and attention lately. So in today's kind of welcome back video, I wanted to share with you, kind of catch you up on what's going on with me and with Mama's Learning Corner, and also to share with you some of my homeschool splurges for this year. We started our new school year back in our home last week. We typically start school right after July 4th, usually like that next week or even the next, but we do that because we tend to school year round. We often only have a 4-day week, and so that affords us to be able to take time off and still complete all of the school that we need to. But that's a video for another day, why we start school back so early. But I needed some items this year, and I kind of splurged on a few. And I am definitely not a shopper, splurge type of person, but I wanted to share some with you just in case they would help you as well. So my typical YouTube season runs usually with a typical school year. So from August to about May or so. But last year in June, I found out I was pregnant with our 5th baby, and I just felt terrible. Really just didn't have a whole lot to say about anything. I just felt really bad. Morning sickness all day. It was bad. And I just didn't have a whole lot to say in general, much less to the homeschooling world, via Mama's Learning Corner. And then I decided in August, when I typically would have started to post videos, it just wasn't the best use of my time. The best use of my time needed to be to rest and to do school as best we could during that season where I just felt so terrible. However, fast forward to February of 2017 of this year, and we have a new baby. He's our 5th baby. So our children are 12. I have a 12-year-old boy, a 10-year-old girl, an 8-year-old girl, a 6.5-year-old girl, and then our little man, who is so sweet, and he's almost 5.5 months. Super duper sweet, just a little pudding pie. But that has definitely presented its own set of challenges as we've started our new school year. So now that I finally feel like a normal person again, morning sickness aside, that's really debilitating to me. But now that morning sickness has passed, and even though the baby's not really sleeping well at all, I feel much more like a normal person, like I finally can be part of the living world again. So if you're a new mom, you know exactly what I'm talking about. So I hope that I will be able to spend some more time posting videos. So many of you have emailed to ask, when do you post a new video? Can you talk about, this? Can you talk about this? I would love to talk about all those things. I just have to, to be very honest, I just have to have a quiet house, which does not happen very often. Oh, very loud people live in this home with me. So it's kind of rare that I'm ever in the house by myself to post a video. But know that I will try and do that more often. When my typical YouTube season is in full swing, I often post 3 or 4 times a month, and it's typically on a Monday. I can't make those kind of promises this time, but my goal is at least twice a month to post a new video. In fact, I kind of like doing video better than I like writing a blog post. So hopefully I'll have a few quiet moments here and there so I can get to all those video suggestions that y'all sent. And if you do have video suggestions, please send them to me or leave a comment here on YouTube, and I will find it and see if I can put it in the lineup. So I want to tell you about my splurges for our new homeschool year. And like I said, I'm not the shopper type, although I do love Amazon and Amazon Prime. But I'm not the shopper splurgy type. But there were a few things that I needed this year that would just, while they were not must-haves, they were definitely things that will make my school year easier, and they already have. So the first one I want to share with you is this fabulous paper from Handwriting Without Tears. This is the wide ruled paper, and it's front and back. And this is so my kindergartner, she's 1st grade. My 1st grader is using that paper. And this is the regular notebook paper. And this is the one that my third grader is using. And it's also front and back, and it comes pre-punched. I saw that Amazon has this, but their price is really high. So I ordered directly from Handwriting Without Tears, and it comes in a pack of 100 or a pack of 500, and well worth the money. We really struggled with my 8-year-old trying to use regular notebook paper. Like, she just isn't ready for that yet. And I didn't even try with my 6-year-old. But my 8-year-old still needs the guidance of that specific type of paper. And her handwriting on her spelling is beautiful. And I can't even tell you the difference that the paper has made. I know that sounds silly, but it really has. It's a little bit on the pricey side. So one day we use the front, and then the next day we use the back. And it does not go wasted. And it's definitely not paper that you're allowed just to go and take and doodle on. I have been so thrilled with that purchase. I just am not a person that, I try and make do with what we have. I'm not a person that just spends just to spend. I'm a homeschool mom, and we have a budget that's pretty tight. So this was definitely one of those things that is not a must-have, but has really made a difference so far in our school year. And like I said, we've only been in school a week and a half. But her confidence in writing, my third grader's confidence in writing has just really soared. And it's a direct result of this paper. There's no more trying to figure out where she starts on her paper. It just has been a huge asset to our homeschool. So that was the paper from Handwriting Without Tears, and I got a pack of wide ruled and a pack of the regular notebook paper. The next item I purchased was completely and thoroughly for me. Only for me. And my children are not allowed to touch them. So I have a lot of girls. They really like colored pens and pencils and all types of fabulous school supplies that we all love. And I would buy things, and they would somehow or another sneak them off to their rooms and thought that I wouldn't notice. So this year I finally got smart and ordered my favorite kind of pens, which are these flare pens. And I also ordered myself a pack of the no smear Sharpies, so you can highlight on your paper and it doesn't smear the black ink. And while these are not completely no smear, they have smeared a little bit. They're by far the best highlighter that I've used. So those are my favorite things to use, and I finally got smart and put them in their own container and wrote Mama's on it, which means that you cannot touch it or take it to your room, and it's worked beautifully so far. So we'll see how long this lasts, but the splurge was that I wanted these pens, and I needed them to stay with me so I could actually use them. So hopefully they will. The last item that I wanted to share with you is The Well-Trained Mind, and this is the 4th edition, and it's by Susan Wise Bauer. And it is really a guide to how to classically homeschool your children. And years ago I purchased the 3rd edition, which was the most recent at the time. And so I have a copy of it on my shelf, but I really needed I didn't need it. I really wanted to see what the 4th edition said. Now keep in mind, it's probably been 5 years since I read The Well-Trained Mind. But I feel this pull in our homeschool. I feel this pull to move us to a more classical model as opposed to being more eclectic. And I just needed to see what the 4th edition was going to say. And there are pretty significant updates, in my opinion, between the 3rd and 4th edition. And you can see where I have researched the particular areas that we need to focus on this year in our school. And if you want a spoiler alert for another video, it's writing. I need to make a video about writing. It's the focus of our school year, and wow, it's been overwhelming to try and figure out what to use for writing. The Well-Trained Mind has definitely helped me. But even though I have a 3rd edition on my shelf, I did go ahead and buy the 4th edition, which is the newest. And I'm so glad that I did. Even though the information is not life-changing, it helped me make decisions for our homeschool for this season of homeschooling, if that makes sense. So for me, it almost has been necessary in a sense, and I'm so glad. And in fact, I've gone through this, I've read through it twice since the end of May. So can you tell I feel desperate, like, to get a handle on what's going on in our homeschool? So I'd like to do a video with a focus completely on this and how I've used it to help me plan our homeschool days. So be on the lookout for that. I'm not sure, like I said at the beginning, I can't really make promises about when I can deliver a video, because our life just, like, life happens, you know, so I don't want to make a promise to you and then not be able to deliver. But I do hope that I can make a video soon about how I've used this to help plan our homeschooling year, because it has been instrumental for me. Okay, so tell me what kinds of things that you consider to be splurges in your homeschool. I would love to know. What is that? Is it Ticonderoga pencils? You know, I don't know, some teacher education material for you. What do you consider to be the splurges in your homeschool? I would love to hear them. One thing I love about the homeschooling community is that people are so willing to share the resources that they use. And I just take all those things and ponder over them and see how we can use those in our own homeschool. So make sure to share something in the comments or shoot me an email and I'll share them. It just really helps other mothers decide what the best use of their time is and the best use of their money when they're looking for supplies and curriculum. So I am thrilled to pieces to be back with you, and I hope that I can post another video soon. But make sure you're a subscriber to my YouTube channel. You just have to click the red subscribe button, and if you want to receive emails with the latest notifications of the things that I post, whether it's a video or free printables, or have a new fall file folder game set coming out, any of those things that you want to be super up to date, make sure that you're a newsletter subscriber. I usually send one newsletter a week, and it's most often on Fridays. So I hope to see you there. If you have any questions, ideas about videos, any comments, I would love to hear them. You can send me an email at it's MAMA @ mamaslearningcorner.com, and I would love to hear from you.